Hello, and welcome to Principles of Marketing. I'm your Professor John Harvey, and here we are in week 8. It's crazy to think that we are halfway through the semester. You guys are doing a great job, and you made it through all your marketing evaluations, and you did a great job with those. So, at this point, we just hit the ground running with a bunch of things. So, this week you're working on chapters 11 and 12. You will have another marketing evaluation come up, so please take note of the notes and the feedback there for your next ones. The one thing I'd say right now is remember that you cannot do the same company that you just did. You have to do a completely different company, totally new interview, and so make sure and focus on that. But great job on that. So yeah, like I said, this week, chapter 11 and 12, pretty straightforward. So I did want to give out a discussion board award for chapter 10. So in chapter 10, and I think it was chapter 9 and 10 were kind of on data in marketing. We were talking about segmenting and that kind of stuff. So 10, the award goes to Brandon for the most responses. So way to go, Brandon. Most impressive. So I wanted to use that as a springboard. If you guys have not taken statistics classes yet, that usually is a requirement in business to take at least 1, maybe 2 semesters of business statistics. So you're going to learn all sorts of really interesting and crazy stuff with statistics. But Brandon's number of responses highlighted something for me that I thought I'd share with you. There's kind of this magic number of 30. So in statistics, if you get over 30 samples of data, generally we find that holds to kind of a normal distribution. So you'll have kind of highs, lows, and a bunch of stuff in the middle. So as a rule of thumb, you definitely want to get 30 or more samples of stuff when you're doing that. So if I interview 2 people and they both agree, that doesn't mean that 100% of the population agrees. That just means that I have too small of a sample size. So always strive for at least 30 in terms of getting a good sample. And that way you kind of get a proper distribution. So, and again, you'll learn all this stuff in statistics, but for those that are like, hey, I want to start applying this stuff and doing this for real, make sure and get 30, at least 30. So that kind of happens. The other part to this was it's amazing how easy it is for you guys to gather this information. So whether you're using Twitter or Facebook or you're texting people, I mean, there's just so much of that going on, and this has really been a big shift. So, you were using it in order to ask a question and then kind of gather the responses, right? But we do this kind of social proof all the time. Hey, I'm looking at buying a car. What do you guys think? Or hey, I'm not sure about this oven. What do you guys, has anyone had any luck with blah, 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 or, and we send this stuff out and we, we're constantly using that social proof to help validate or defend, our actions. And, the most obvious example of this is Amazon reviews, right? So when you're looking at a product and, the prices are about the same, you look between the different vendors, their rating thing makes a difference. If someone's got 3 stars, you're like, I don't know. But if they got 5 stars, yeah, you feel like you can trust them a little bit more. Or at least you're not worried about it, right? So that social proof thing works the same way. If you don't have a large enough distribution, it's hard to say whether or not something is really, has the value that you think it does. If 10 people say it, well, yeah, but that's 10, and maybe only 10 people have bought it, right? You don't know. But this whole use of social proof and kind of, asking our friends for feedback and that kind of stuff has really been a shift. This stuff just didn't used to be available. You used to just have to go to the store and then rely on the sales agent to give you feedback and what he's gathered from other people that have bought it, stuff like that. That kind of social information just wasn't around. So it's really interesting when you're trying to gather data like this and when you start segmenting the different ways that this works out. All right, well, with that, guys, have a great week. And like I said, you're working through chapters 11 and 12, kind of cruising at this point. Let me know if you have any questions, and I look forward to talking to you soon. All right.